Well, we're delighted to sign an extension to our contract with the BBC for the Autumn Internationals. We've signed an extra 2 years. I'm delighted that the deal has been extended because they're a great broadcast partner, and I think the 2-year deal at increased costs. It's the largest deal we've ever signed for Autumn Internationals.
You're obviously out with the Scotland party here in South Africa. How important has this tour been in terms of development? There's a lot of new blood in the Scotland team, and that's important for the future?
Very much so. When we came out here, we always said this tour and the autumn test we're going to be where we experiment with the team to get us in good shape for the Six Nations and the World Cup down the line. I think there's 23, 24 games left until the World Cup. And if you look at, we've had 9 new caps on this tour. And we're going to see how these guys are all fixed with the rigours of Test football. It's been brutal, as you saw last week. There were 15 injuries. I think we sent 4 guys home. But that gives an opportunity to other guys to step up to the plate and to compete for a place, because what we want this tour to develop, and autumn tours as well, is so we've got a richer and deeper pool of talent to pick from when it comes to Six Nations.
You've mentioned the international setup, and you've also introduced, Scottish Rugby have introduced the season pass element for fans, and they've got the opportunity to buy a pass for 5 major internationals. What's the thinking behind that?
Well, the idea is what we want to do is make it more affordable for people to come to Murrayfield, but more importantly is to give them that feel where they can come to every game and they're valued and they get something that other people don't get. The idea is to try and make a family feel when people come to Murrayfield, that they belong to something. This Believe in Blue campaign has been incredibly important to us, and we want people to wear the shirt, to come down there to feel they're involved in something, and the season pass is a great example of that, where they can bond with the SRU and bond with the team.
I've just been speaking to Johnny Beattie about that, a chance to meet the team with this pass as well. Yes. That's a good thing in some ways for the players, but also something to just keep them grounded, I would imagine.
Well, I think so. I mean, don't forget the people who pay for Scottish Rugby are the people who come through the turnstiles, and it's great for these sort of superstar players to sit down and just talk to the people that actually fund the game, and we think it's great for them. We've just been in South Africa this afternoon in a Riverside Mall down there, and there are people queuing an hour before just to sign stuff to meet Springboks in Nelspruit. You know, it's got to keep people grounded, and we've got to keep in connection with the people that make our game function.
Okay, if we move away from the international setup with Edinburgh and Glasgow. Glasgow had a great season last year. Unfortunate to go out at the semi-final stage. How do you keep that or maintain that progress by Glasgow?
Well, Glasgow have got to keep building because they got to third this year and they also got to the semi-final. They have got to be keeping their sights on winning and winning the Rabo next year. They're going to be good enough. They're now able not just to turn up and be competitive, they're able to win this championship. This squad is going to improve with age. As you can see, they've been much more of a cutting edge this year than they had last year. They're still difficult to beat. There won't be as much of a surprise package next year, and teams will be starting to prepare for them. But I have every confidence in Gregor and his team, and I think there's every chance of doing something special in that competition. But more importantly, what I want them to do is compete in also the Heineken Cup as well.
Just one further question, the head coach for Edinburgh, how close are Scottish Rugby to securing a new head coach?
Well, we're coming close to the end of our search. We've been looking, far and wide to bring the very best person back to Edinburgh. What I ask the Edinburgh fans is just have a bit of patience with us, because we just don't want to bring somebody just who's readily available. We want to bring the very best candidate we can back to Murrayfield, who can rebuild the team for the next few seasons, and that takes a fairly deep search to find the right man. So please have some patience with us, and we'll bring you the right character.